Hi, this is Carrie Grant, and on this particular video I will illustrate how to create a pie chart, stacked box plots, as well as summary statistics to answer the first question on the second phase of your project. So the first question that I ask on this project is, do students who are distracted by social media spend less time on social media daily? So I have two groups that I'm comparing, those students who are distracted by social media and those who are not distracted by social media. The variable, the numeric variable that I want to compare between these two groups to answer the question is the question regarding the amount of time they spend on social media daily. So I'm going to come over to my spreadsheet, and the first thing I need to do is create a pie chart for the two groups, those who are and who are not distracted by social media. And the reason I want to create this particular pie chart is I want to make sure that my two groups are somewhat similar in size. I don't want a group that has 140 in one classification and then another group that just has 10 in it. That certainly would not be a good comparison. So here I have 96 who said yes, I'm distracted by social media, and 54 who are not. So it's not a 50-50 split, but there's enough in both categories to make sure that I'm kind of got two good sized groups. So I do want to save this. So I'll go to save and I'll call it result 1. That'll help me, and then I'm going to name it also distraction so that when I'm creating my report I'll remember what it is, and I can call it distraction pie chart as well, and that will be helpful. So I will save it and I'll have it for my project. So the second thing I need to do is create stacked box plots. So I'll go to graph and I will go to box plots, and the variable I'm interested is in social media daily. I'm going to group it by the distraction. Those are the two groups. I want to draw the boxes horizontally. I also want to use fences to identify the outliers. I do need to put a title on this graph, and I've got a very long title, but it's in there and I'll show you how to handle that. We'll select compute, and here's our graph, but if you notice my title has been cut off, so I'm going to open it up until I see the entire title. So now I want to save it, and again I'm going to save this calling it result number 2, and I'll name it the same thing I did with the title, so I'll remember. I'm going to keep the word box plot, but I'm pretty sure I'll be okay with that. So I have this saved as well so I can use it in my project. So the last thing we need to construct to answer the first question is the summary statistics. And we want the summary statistics that match the stacked box plots. So therefore we're going to focus on our 5-number summary as well as our IQR, because that's what you're going to discuss to answer the question that you've posed. So this time I'll go to Stat, and I will come to Summary Statistics, and we'll come to Columns. Now I don't want the default summary statistics, so I'll show you how to change those. So first things first, I'll select the hours on social media daily. I do want to continue to group it by distraction. Then I want to select my sample size, my 5-number summary, and then the IQR. So I've got sample size, and I'll scroll down and I want my minimum. So I'll either use the control or the command key to select minimum. Then it's the lower quartile, Q1. Again, selecting control or command as I select each one of these. I then want to scroll up to median, Q3, the maximum, and then the final value we want is the IQR, because we will want to discuss that. We'll select compute. Here is our results. I will again save these results, and I will let this be result number 3. So this will be the third result I'll need for this particular project, and save.